What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Key.
I'm Tay.
I'm Clee. And I'm Court. And you're now tuning into another episode of Party Your Four Podcast. We got this bitch in the background.
You trying to cover me up?
Yeah, today we have Steve. He's rolling with us to the wheels fall out. Our plus one. Our forever plus one. Because I told them, I said, bitch, I done made this motherfucker logo and we is not changing the goddamn name. We had already asked Steve Black ass to be a part and she didn't want to. So we still part of motherfucker 4 and we got a plus one.
Yes.
So he wants to get pretty and didn't want to come on here.
Right.
That's what
Because he said he pretty too.
Ain't no wrong with it.
Ain't no wrong with it.
All right,
Look, referee, we don't need none of that. What you got going on, referee?
defense, offense, ass up, face down, all that. All of that.
It's giving cute, though. It's giving cute.
It's giving cute.
I'm loving it. You are welcome, girl.
Only hate on the sideline. Y'all like how I put that in the sideline?
Well, I'm here to keep up the shit today.
Keep up the shit today.
Me too.
Well,
Keep it up.
speaking of keeping up with the shit, I was definitely with the shit this weekend. I had a grand old time. Just to say, your girl is not celibate no more.
What?
You done gave up the hot pie. I'm wasting my alcohol. Yeah, girl, I gave up the hot pocket a little bit, and I enjoyed myself. Fuck it, shit. I had a good time. What did you do? I ain't telling all that.
How long has it been though?
It's been about what's this? July. 10 months.
Damn.
How long wait, bitch? It was almost a year.
It was almost a year.
You couldn't wait.
I was trying to wait. I was because I'm gonna tell y'all. You got an itch that needed to be scratched. I was in the moment, bitch. But no, so this what had happened was. See, I ended up settling on accident. It wasn't supposed to be that way. I just ended up that way because I realized I was like, damn, bitch ain't had no dick in a long time. So I was like, let me just keep this going. But then, this past weekend I ended up, having a really good time with this guy that I kind of met or whatever. And so, it's just, it happened. And I don't regret it because it was actually really fun. It was really fun. And then
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
That
and
you
then
had fun.
I had fun. I had a good time. And he's a nice guy too. I don't feel, sometimes you feel like, damn, I should have did this.
So let me
That's the worst thing ever.
Let me ask you. So 10 months, was it worth it? You know how you be like, damn, I
right.
did it.
I mean, this
I went 10 months. I done gave my pussy up. Then this nigga,
it was worth it, but I just I wasn't the person who it was. It caught me off guard. Like I would have thought it would have been somebody else. Because everybody knows I'm single, I'm dating. So, dating doesn't always equate fucking. So I ain't been having no sex. I just been, what I'm saying, kicking it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was organic. It just happened, you know what I'm saying? So I was cool with that or whatever. But, I guess I could say it was worth it. I give him like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Why
That's
not
good.
10 out of 10?
That's good, though.
Good.
That's good.
Why
8
not
out of
10
10
out of
is
10?
good. For real.
Because I'm a kisser and I need that. And
Y'all done kiss?
I like foreplay.
I mean, we kissed.
Y'all done had time to kiss.
Yeah, it was kind of like one of them situations.
A quickie.
It was kind of like it was just a heated
Shit, some
moment.
crickets can be a 10.
They be, show the fuck can. Show the fuck can now. I done had one of
But
them.
that was the only thing
Yes.
that didn't give it a 10 out of 10 was because I'm a kisser, but I'm real picky.
Oh, I
So
hate
2 months
kissing.
for not
I
I mean, I kiss,
hate
but I'm
kiss.
not tongue kissing.
Ooh, I bet if
I'm
your
a
tongue
kiss,
hits me, you probably
I'm a
get
kiss.
slapped in the face.
I prefer foreplay.
I need that.
Motherfuckers say they can go an hour, they include it. This included.
If you fucking straight fucking for an hour, nigga lying.
This
I
conversation
just can't
is
believe
too
that
much
he-
for my virgin ears. I'm sorry.
You
No,
probably
it's not.
virgin.
No, it's not.
Too much for my virgin ears.
He a virgin.
He's a virgin.
Yeah.
He been born again.
I got a new body.
Ain't no mouth
That's
in this
good.
too
That's good. Ain't no wrong with
New
that.
body, period.
Ain't no wrong with that,
Yeah,
baby.
this is my new body. I'm the wrong person that keep it.
Girl.
I want to ask y'all about this, about what happened. Y'all seen a video on Facebook, Instagram where the airplane was on fire at Spirit.
Yes.
In Atlanta.
Baby.
And they were telling the people to sit down. Would y'all been
Oh, the break.
Yes.
Okay,
Would y'all be
yeah.
able to keep your composure if you looking out the window and you see the plane on fire?
Hell
Tell them to
no.
sit down.
Hell no.
No, they was on the
That was
ground.
on the ground.
Yeah.
It was the
They-
break though. You got
And
it.
it was
Stop.
on fire. So but they were telling everybody in the cabin to have a seat and that it's not that serious and that they, you know, they were gonna let them
Fuck
know
all
that
that
we get
emergency.
They say it's not that
But I want to
serious.
know, would you be able to sit there with
No.
them telling you that?
They would have threw my ass out the door.
I probably could see the type of person I am, like in the midst of something like that. I would probably be so scared. I probably
You
would
be
be like
tense
this.
up.
I probably would be like, oh my God, like what's gonna happen? I'd be praying. I'd be
A
trying to
bitch
call
like
her.
me got anxiety. No, the fuck.
I would've
You
had
know what I'm
down.
saying? Anxiety
Right.
won't let you sit down. Anxiety gonna think all the worst shit. So I need
Especially
to
if
get
you're
up off
already
the
on the
goddamn
ground.
plane.
Let me off of here.
Yes, my
I'm
anxiety
Get
will.
me off this goddamn
Yes,
plane.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, when you get on the
People
flight,
probably like be like this on me.
You will be viral on Instagram.
Yes.
when you get on the flight, right? They say emergency door. You got emergency. You know how they be like this, that. Oh shit.
Drop shit.
Anyway, this okay.
Assign me to a new seat, please.
No, I like to sit by the emergency door
For real.
because they always be like,
So
you
you
know,
gonna be the one that gonna
you
move
know
the first door and let everybody out.
I'm gonna let me out. Whoever coming behind me, you better come
I'm
on.
coming. Anxiety gonna tell me to jump
coming.
behind you. Go out behind
You
you.
know your legs be long. The people with top, they always have like an extra space for an
Right.
emergency door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you be lying when the flight attendant come and ask you, will you gonna let
Are
them
you
do that?
comfortable? Or you know if they got space by emergency? Yeah, I sit by there.
But you gotta do
I don't want to be
diligence.
by that damn
When you
door
sit
because
there.
as soon as this
So when you sit by the emergency
Yeah.
door, you got a job?
Yeah, you have to open
That's
the
a
door.
job.
Oh shit!
I get a
never
discount
sit
on my
by it.
flight then.
There-
Okay, so that's a job.
So that's
I
you,
hear
the person that sits
I hear them saying it, but I don't be thinking it. You know, it's
So the person sit there actually if something
Yeah.
happen, they gotta do the door.
Yeah.
I did not know
I thought
that.
it was their job.
But I need a discount on my motherfucking flight.
Exactly.
Motherfucking
If I'ma
rescue,
sit down-
motherfucking
What they lying to people?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go and give me a parachute. Cause bitch, I'm jumping. I am jumping. Let me go and order me a parachute.
It
I
be
need
on
a
your
good
seat.
one.
It be on your
It be on your seat.
Uh-huh.
It's-
And
it's
then
just-
one me at the top. One me at the top, y'all.
It be a
What
light
is-
bed.
And,
What we got
and
the top,
thing,
y'all? Okay, the maid.
Yeah.
They don't be having
That
no
oxygen.
parachutes on planes. I
No.
cannot think about it.
no, you have
It be
flotation device under your
flotation
chair.
devices. That's something they need to start adding to flights. Parachutes, because that way we can all jump at that motherfucker just.
Oh, girl, they gonna be more money for the flight. These motherfuckers already high.
Well, bitch, do what you want? Would you rather do?
Buy
Have no money for the flight, or
buy
you rather have a parachute
my
and
own,
leave?
buy my
Right,
own,
yeah.
so I can have every time I get on that motherfucker.
You gonna get on the
Have your
Bitch, I'm carry on in the backpack.
Yeah.
You carry on backpack.
I'm telling you.
Man, this too big for a carry on. You can check that now, baby. This is my parachute. This is my motherfucking parachute.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Cause I gonna lie, I was like 20 something years old before I first took my first flight.
Man, I was
I
always,
took my
yeah,
I
I
was
was
a little
20
kid when I
I
got
took my first
Yeah, I
flight
was
with
young
me and my
too.
big sister. We went to Miami, and my first experience flying, we flew standby. What the fuck? Look, I never flew standby anymore.
No.
We flew standby to Miami. We literally got bumped up like 80 flights.
Oh,
I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it was probably like about 65.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of people going there.
girl, I thought you was for real. I
So
said, oh,
stand by, you just gotta keep waiting until they can get
Until
you.
it's an
So
open
you can
seat.
get- And then it was my first time flying, so my sister wouldn't leave me. But had we known better, known how to fly and stuff, she could have went on. And then the next time they had one seat, but we were waiting
Right.
for two
Two
seats
seats, yeah.
on the same
Oh.
flight.
Right.
So now that I know, you know what I'm saying, I probably wouldn't, I've flown and I'm comfortable with flying alone and stuff like that. I probably could do standby, if you know how to fly.
Right.
But I was 20-something years old, and I was definitely terrified. Like to this day, one of my best friends, I ain't gonna say her name, and she probably want me to know, want people to know. But when we get on the plane and it's gonna take off, she do me like this. She do me like this every time.
I be a little
I
nervous.
think-
So would y'all be
I
okay
do
with
too.
flying international? Well, I know you already did it. You fly international, you have like 18-hour flight. Would you be able to do that?
Hell no.
I be asleep the whole flight.
Oh hell no.
I
I
couldn't
couldn't.
do
So you,
Yeah.
I cannot. I'm sorry. I
It's a long
can't.
time to be in the air.
It's
Yeah.
tiring, but it's not gonna be a straightforward 18 hours. You're gonna be splitting planes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. So you'll be getting off.
yeah.
Going, okay.
But
'Cause
I mean, it's tiring.
But you
But
might be on one plane 10 hours.
Girl, I can't. Even.
I'll be okay as long as I'm able to have my devices, some food, and the thing is, you can't smoke weed on there, and everybody knows I smoke weed. But if I got me some gummies in my purse or some shit like that, I'm good, baby. I'm gonna be knocked the fuck out.
Bitch, I'd be like Michael Jackson.
You know what
on
though?
they little movie when he was cutting the fuck up. That's me. I couldn't do
But
it.
in my mind, I'm thinking about this is the destination. I want this scenery. I want to take this picture. I want to experience this. So, bitch, I'm going. I don't give a fuck. As long as that motherfucker ain't going down, I'm in it.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. So what topics do y'all have to talk about this week?
I got one that I want to talk about.
Okay.
So, I don't know if y'all watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but you got Sheree. Sheree was dating the guy that was in jail, and he got out of jail, and she was supposed to film with him, but he stood her up, and he just been, acting weird since they've been out of jail. I want to know, would y'all be able to talk to somebody or date somebody that was in jail?
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question.
My lip went to the side when he said. Like,
So, okay.
I mean, it's
good
just
one.
assuming that you already
That's
have
a
history.
good one.
It's
Oh,
not
you
somebody that you meeting in jail. It's
Okay,
somebody
we
that
already
you
have
already knew.
Knew
you
before he
good
went to
with,
jail.
and
That's
you
what
went
I'm
to jail.
saying. That's
Would
what
you
I'm
be
saying.
able to continue that relationship with that person? You know that he have an expected release date. You just, it's just a little far out. Would
Yeah.
you be able to do it?
No.
I could.
I mean,
And I'm gonna say the reason why I say no. I'm gonna say, excuse me. I'm gonna say no because, well, okay. Depending on what
Six.
depending on what he went to jail for.
Depending on what he went to jail
I'm
for.
sorry.
That is the thing.
Yeah,
Because
I can't.
whatever, if we already had history and we're already together and dealing with each other,
I think he went for fraud or something.
okay. So my thing is, I may be willing to still talk to him and deal with him while he's in jail, but I'm gonna need him to understand that I just might deal with somebody else, depending on how long the sentence is too.
And then he got to understand that. That's
Yeah.
understanding.
Depending on how long he gets.
But
if I got
But
10 years,
also,
if
would
I got
you be
10
able to-
years, do you think I'm not gonna expect a man to wait on me? Go on, do what you got
Oh,
to do.
yeah?
But what if you were involved? Is like you're going to see each other. You have like conjugal visits. Y'all on the phone all the time. It's almost like it never stopped. But it just you're not there to
my
touch him
thing
every day.
is, see,
Depends on how long.
yeah. My thing is,
Yeah.
was he my man when he went in there,
Yeah.
or is he an old friend?
No, it's somebody that you had some
Okay, because you still got them old friends that just
Dealings with or my man? That's a difference.
Right.
yeah.
Dealings with nigga
Yeah.
now. My man, probably so. Because if I'm invested, I'm in love.
Yeah.
And if you got like a year, I think once it supersedes like 2 years, a bitch no. Because
Not too
I
long.
almost went a year without fucking. You know what I'm saying? And even prior to, I go long periods of time, like 5-6 months. I can handle it. But after, once you get talking like 2 years, but he was saying, we still have conjugal visits. We're still able to talk on the phone. I maybe can still carry it on for about 2 years. After that, it's gonna get old. Because even I know Tay was in a long distance relationship with her fiance before they got together completely.
Yeah.
But it's like, to me, I need.
Me
I
too.
can't be away from my nigga that much.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need.
So basically, you be entertaining other niggas while he in there.
I'm entertaining other niggas. Like, that's just that on there.
Well,
And I'm gonna let him know that.
in
though.
my
I'm gonna say
defense,
I love you, but I'm
it's,
entertaining other niggas.
yeah. In my
And
defense,
do
if
you
he's
think
a
that he
Gucci,
gonna be able to deal with it? He not gonna be able to deal with it.
Well, you know what
What you saying?
But that's why
I want you to say what you saying, baby.
What?
Cause
in my defense, if he was Gucci,
Yeah.
he left that money. I'm holding my motherfucking nigga down. If you
That's what I'm talking about.
you a broke nigga,
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
got to supply your noodles and your water and your Coca-Cola.
That's
Leave me the fuck alone.
because you done left me some money, and I can make more money. And hey, I ain't got to be out here asking no nigga for nothing.
That's why everything we talk about here on the Party for Podcast, y'all, I be needing details. I be needing more layers to the scenario.
So I got another
Even if I don't want to go top.
Okay.
Even if he don't have money while he in jail. If he had me and he had me down before he went in, I'm gonna hold him down while he in there. I don't care about the
after 2
Cause
years.
my nigga had my back. Right? That's you. But my nigga had my back. You know what I'm saying? He had my back and he took care of me while he
That's
been there.
loyalty.
Right. I'm
True.
loyal.
And that was Gucci was doing before he did that. You see what I'm saying? That was Gucci did. Gucci had
Loyalty is subjective.
you know what I'm saying, taken care of, and he went. So
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Loyalty
That's what we saying, yeah.
is subjective because I am naturally a super duper loyal person. But I am also brutally honest. I am also the person who is going to tell you like the fuck it is. I can love you to death, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, you got me fucked up. I don't like that, but I'm gonna still be loyal to you because I'm a loyal person. But my thing is, this is why I asked, depending on what it is that he did. Like, what was the situation? I need layers to the situation because if you did some stupid ass shit,
especially if I told you,
But that doesn't change the fact that he's a human. He makes mistakes.
Yeah,
we all make
you
mistakes.
can
We all
be
find
human and
ourselves
make
in
mistakes.
situations
Yeah.
that we didn't necessarily want to be in, but it just kind of happened that way.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's factors into it. If I know my man is hard and I know he's not a, a fucked up individual, and then he just got into some shit, and let's just say, because we got a lot of our black men are incarcerated that are innocent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe in that situation, I'll be willing to hold him down because I know my man didn't do this. He's innocent, and I'm gonna spend my time trying to fight. Help him get out.
And then
you know what I'm saying? But if you done did some dumb ass shit, like you know what I'm saying, you in the streets and you done robbed somebody, but then you robbing niggas, and I don't know you doing this shit.
Or
fuck you.
Murder,
why you like that? Yeah, and
like
even with a murder situation, like. Was it self-defense?
But was it self-defense? Or you were trying to protect us or something? That's different. But if you just doing murdering somebody on some murder,
dumb shit.
No, I can't do that. Because for one thing, the thing about that, you got to think about what you do, because whatever you do gonna affect whoever you with. Right. So if you out there, if you love me and want us to be together, you going out there doing some dumb stuff that's gonna land you in jail for years, baby. You should have thought. You should have thought about that. So now. No, you can't expect me. You can't make that decision for me. Right. You did that. I didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't do that. You made that decision. So guess what? Now it's time for me to make my decision to that. I have to do what I got to do.
I agree.
So I want to piggyback off that self-defense topic.
Okay.
So, Cardi B, she did the concert and she got into altercation
I
with somebody.
Okay, yeah. What happened with that?
Well, so I guess the person was touching her or grabbing her or whatever, and she wanted to stop. And they didn't stop, so she
hit with the mic, didn't
they got into altercation.
It was a
so do you think that
it was a woman or a man?
I don't know if it's a woman or a man, but do you
but it was like a
yeah, because if I tell you stop touching me, at that point, that's
thank you.
Right. That's against the law.
Yes.
But at the same time, you have to respect that person paid money to come see you. And that
but
person hold on.
Yes, you're right.
That person came to pay money to see you. That's a fan. They love you. It's not like they're touching you out of disrespect. Like
you don't know that. You don't know that.
Steve, even if they touch you out of respect, if I tell you, please stop touching me,
you supposed to stop. You supposed to. And then I don't know if y'all got that video of Lil Baby on stage when the guy ran up on him and the security. And so somebody inboxed me. I said, that's right. Like that, somebody inboxed me and said, they was wrong with that. They could have killed that man. Okay, so Lil Baby don't know if a stranger running up on me. I don't know what the fuck he about to do to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I said his butt should have knew not to run up on that man like that. Lil Baby don't know him. So if you on stage, hey, and you don't know me and I'm running towards you, what you gonna do? Be ready to?
Before he ran, do you know why he ran? Because he knew it was a possibility that he wasn't gonna get to him. So you running knowing that you weren't supposed to be up there.
Exactly. So his security pushed him so hard out the stage that he just slammed into the gate, and somebody hit me up and was like, "Nah, that ain't right." The fuck?
But my thing
that's
is,
not right for them.
Hit that person, like, you know what I'm saying? Why don't hit them? You have security on the side, you pull back, you on stage.
First of all, you already got rules anyway. When you go to the concert, you're not supposed to be up there.
Thank you.
That's what I that's out.
Yeah,
exactly. You're not doing nothing but giving them reasons.
That's
it's battery. She's touching me. I don't want her to touch me.
And then with the Lil Baby situation, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to all the like these rappers are falling left and right because people are hating.
Yes. So you don't know what that man. That man could have been running up on him with some.
Yeah. You don't know what the fuck he could have snuck.
And the last incidents have been not outrageous.
And guess what, y'all? Nowadays, these people killing folks, and they don't care about themselves getting killed out. As long as they get who they want to get.
You hear me? The last incident has been with the opposite race, and that was Lil Baby case.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. That's why when the girl hit me up about that in my inbox, baby,
I got so many topics.
He knew better.
I got another topic that's gonna piggyback off of race. Okay, so I know y'all heard the Emmett Till and the Carolyn Bryant situation.
Yes.
They went in LaFleur County. They found the arrest warrant where they initially was supposed to arrest her. So now the people are calling for action for her to get arrested. And they went and bomb rushed a nursing home trying to find her. So I'm like, to what extent? I'm like that's a bit much. So I understand. You wanted justice for something, but to go uproot that nursing home and run in there and be like,
they just doing their job.
But you have to think about it's other people in there that ain't got nothing to do with it.
And if other people, when they bring people home, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
These are
Innocent
elderly
children.
people.
Your auntie,
And that
who
could
ain't doing
cause stress on them. They could get
Okay.
on a stroke. You know, it's things that can happen to elderly people when you
So
do it.
they're
You know,
trying to
I don't. It's
the
not
old
that I
lady.
disagree. It's
Now-
not that I disagree that they were looking for her, but I don't like the way they did.
They did, yeah.
You don't go bum rush a nursing home saying
Tech is
immediately,
always-
like a mob.
How did they bum rush?
They bum rushed. They were protesting. They were trying to find her, and they bum rushed.
So these
the
are
nursing home.
protesters, not the
Yeah,
police.
they're protesters.
Okay.
Okay,
so
well,
you
yeah.
say,
Okay,
that's
protesters,
wrong.
no, they overstepping.
Somebody
But the
doing it.
police, trying to find her. But I think, I'm not completely familiar with the situation.
Elderly people, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what y'all doing,
Yeah.
and y'all bum rushing this. It could cause stress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand you trying to find her and try to apprehend her or whatever.
So was she at that nursing
I don't
home?
even think they knew.
Well, at this point, I'll be honest.
She's an old ass.
She an old ass lady, and I'm gonna tell you.
That's just right.
No.
I'm
No.
gonna
Well,
tell
she
you.
don't go to jail.
Yes. Go keep talking.
But this is my thing about it. I mean, I kind of agree with Courtney on it. Like, she can go to jail if they want to do. I don't give a shit. It's kind of like that. Like, I nothing her. Like you said, it's nothing. Well, she go to jail or whatever.
I something her.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna do something
It's
her.
not gonna change.
No, I something her.
Something her.
You know
But this,
her.
but this is what I would say about that too. It's kind of like, I believe karma and reaping what you sow is such a real fucking thing.
Right.
That lady ain't had no fucking peace her whole life.
Yeah.
You know that.
Knowing that
after-
because I'm gonna tell you, prime example, Kiki, that you remember we seen that thing on Instagram, that old ass man, that Asian man that was old as fuck.
Yeah.
That bones.
He looked like bones and stuff. And what I say?
You
I
said he was an evil ass man. God is punishing him.
Cause why you still living? Why you still living and you can't even function in life? You're still alive. You're in a
How old is this
Well,
lady?
I think she's in her 80s, but after the case, like none of them really had any good looking life.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
don't matter. You know what? Bill Cosby, how old is he? Okay then.
Yeah,
They
you right,
took
you
him.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
So
she-
shake her ass with some cuffs on her feet too. God damn it.
But he black, so that was gonna do that to him. But I just feel like she's probably had no peace.
And
She's probably been not and that alone, that mental, that not having peace, not being able to live your life like you want to because you're living with the
And then
guilt
she's always
that
had to
is.
live in hiding, like they never
She ain't
really
had no having like that bitch been in
tell
prison.
where she
She
is.
been in prison
And-
without being in prison.
and
Well,
I mean,
We need
I don't sympathize. I don't
no,
sympathize with
because she
her.
ain't had no bitch lying on
we
the
need her
young
eating
boy.
the state food. And
That's the food that we provide.
mm-hmm.
Cause she sure been eating good. At least she been eating
That's
good.
what I'm saying.
That's something serious. But you know what? Hey, that lady probably, if she go to jail, she probably
She ain't
gonna
gonna
die.
last long. She won't last long.
she
in
needs
jail.
How old
she
is she?
needs her
She's in her
sentence.
80s, I think.
And that's so unfortunate.
Cause she
because,
lied,
I
right?
know.
Yeah, she lied. She made it. She souped up what he supposedly did to her. She tried
So
to make
what?
it
So
seem.
what did
She made it seem as if he walked around the counter and grabbed her by her waist and said, "Hey, baby, you want to take me on a date?" And he whistled at her, and all of that.
But what is she saying that he actually did? Did he do anything, or was
No.
he just there? Did he just
No,
look at her?
he was just in Mississippi doing the wrong thing at the wrong time.
What
Basically.
wrong?
What was the wrong thing he did?
Coming at a white person like that in the 1950s.
So he did.
He
say
did say something to her?
Well, they say he had a really like smart mouth, and he was like really like the class
Yeah.
clown, a comedian or whatever.
Oh,
So
okay.
they bidded
So
him
that's
to
sexually-
say
Wow.
right. I don't think he said anything sexual to her. Maybe he didn't. I wasn't there. I don't think nobody else was there. But I
But
think
see,
that
that's what's wrong with white people too. They like to take justice and matter into their own hands. You ain't had no
Take it
business.
on.
You get what I'm saying? You ain't been doing this to this little young boy anyway. So
yeah, I don't think nothing that he did.
But I'm so
warranted
glad
him
that
being
he
I'm
never-
so glad we
mauled
got stay
and
our phones
mutilated.
now. Just like how that woman did that man in the
But
park.
you know now they trying to
Okay.
they just
Bird.
passed the law in
The
Arizona.
dog.
The dog, bird. It was a bird. The bird watching dude. The bird watching dude.
But okay, well she was walking her dog.
Yeah, she wasn't her dog.
Okay, yeah.
They just
I'm
passed
so
the law
glad
in Arizona where you can't record within 8 feet.
8
when
feet,
the
yeah.
police are doing,
So record far and zoom in.
Zoom in.
Exactly. Period.
What?
You won't be able to hear.
You still can see. You can see
Yeah,
if
but
they're resisting.
what is?
You can see if somebody
that's true.
resisting. No, zoom in.
that's
baby.
a crazy ass law. That
Zoom
means
in.
that means that
They're doing it to
that's-
protect themselves.
Yeah,
just like
that's
well, this is the third episode. We will bring this up again. Roe versus Wade. This is not for the black community. This is for them. And I hate to, talk about race and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but it's our reality. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that law is in effect to protect them, to not being able to see, because especially with the George Floyd situation, we clearly saw that being done, blatantly murdered
Right.
in our fucking face. You know what I'm saying? And they and the only reason why dude is guilty and they taking him down because it was blatant. You know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, he got to take one for the team, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Him and the KKK, we're gonna go and have you disposable right now because you did too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're just like in the black community too. But I do feel like, what Steve says as far as they did a little bit too much, the rioters. But if it was the police, busting that motherfucker, get that bitch. Who gives a fuck?
Different.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
But
The
see,
rioters.
protesters, then I can
Okay, see, that's what I thought too. It was the police.
So so I got another topic. So
Steve got the topic today because none of us came prepared like a motherfucker.
we talked about this in shop the other day with the whole, Macy Gray and trans thing. I want to give you my point of view why I feel about it. So, with
Macy Gray.
Yeah, she said that trans women. Well, she said that trans women weren't women.
Trans women.
Okay,
women.
Okay, so this is my thing. Okay, you have to think of it like this. These people, they know this scientific. They're not crazy. They know scientifically that I'm not a woman. I wasn't born a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like the innuendo where it says, you got Black Lives Matter, and somebody says, well, all lives matter.
Right.
That's right, but it's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to well, they ain't women. It's almost like the same thing. This derogatory.
Right.
Like you don't have to tell me that, or you don't have to say it.
Yeah.
I know it. So that's my whole thing. I feel like when people say that, it comes from a derogatory place because you're saying something that I already know.
Right. Well, this is my thing. Because I'm your friend and you're saying you already know, and I'm not saying that you are, but if you already know, because I have gay friends, I have a friend who transitioned. Yeah, I told you about him. You know what I'm talking about? I've told you about him. We used to work together. I have a friend who's transitioned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fully now a woman, goes as a woman name and all this stuff like that. And I respect him and I call him she.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? However, I, as a woman, and I will stand on this, and I hope I don't offend anybody. Well, it is what it is. Like, as a woman, the things that we go through physically, as a woman, I just think it's derogatory towards us to make us respect you as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Treat you like a woman. You can say she, and I can call you she, her, and all that stuff 100 times over, but at the end of the day, you do not feel what I feel. Because prime example, the reason why I ain't got no makeup on, I got on shades, is because your girl is having female problems today. No transgender will ever experience that, and it's derogatory and it's disrespectful to us because of the things that we go through as women. So, now, I can respect you and call you what you would like to be called because that is what you want, and that's respect. But at the end of the day, what Macy Gray said, I don't care how you change your body parts, you're still not a woman, and you're not. I can consider you one, I can call you one, but you're not. And and this may be so far left, you know what I'm saying, because we get real sensitive with the whole, homophobic and homosexual thing and stuff like that. But that's just like when we talked about last week about us being hairstylists and people not respecting our craft is what we do. And Courtney said, well, bitch, if you can do it, do it yourself. But you're not a hairstylist. It's the same thing. You're not a woman. You can't do what I do. I'm a woman. You can't do what I do. I'm the stylist. I'm the professional. This is what I do. If you knew what to do, then you can do it. If you was a woman and you can feel what I felt, then you will understand why I feel like it is derogatory towards me for you to discredit what I go through and how I feel as a woman. And I have to respect you. And I mean, not have to respect you, but you discredit. Yeah, you discredit what we actually go through, because it's more to being a woman than hair, makeup, terminology, because we talked about this in the shop too. Steve said we get all our slang and all our phrases from the gay community. Even if that is the truth, it's more to being a woman than snapping your fingers, putting on wigs and makeup and titties and boobs. It's more to us, and we give life. And no transgender, whether it's man, woman too, Because men go through several things too that women who consider themselves trans men can never relate to. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you will never understand it. I can respect you and call you what you want to be called because I love you as my friend, as what you, and I respect you in your life decisions, but you're not a woman.
So
and that's just on it.
So by this person just existing and saying that this is what I identify as, or I go through all proper, the proper things as far as taking the hormones now, because they change your body, they change your mentality. It's just like you had periods, they have things that go on with their body too. So by me just existing and saying this is what I identify as, and for a person to say, well, you ain't no real woman, you ain't. So how am I being derogatory by just existing?
No. But what I'm saying
that's what I'm trying to understand.
But if somebody just comes up to you and say you ain't no woman, that's disrespectful.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. I would respect you and say, okay, girl.
But what
girl, I would respect you and call you what you want to be called. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you never won. I can still call you that.
But what I'm saying is it's that same innuendo. Whereas when you say Black Lives Matter, and say all lives matter. You know all lives matter. You know what I'm saying? But you take that as disrespect because you're trying to put that in my face. Well, that's how that comes out.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, totally.
That's just like saying black power, white power. Black power, people totally fine with it because of the struggle that black people do. But when a white person says it comes off as derogatory because it's coming at you at a place where you know that what they mean. You know what I'm saying? That's how that is.
History. And my thing is, it still goes to respect. Right. It's still disrespectful because of this. But
where did the trans woman disrespect the biological woman with that?
Well, I just be all the way honest. Like sometimes they are disrespectful. I hear them on social media quite a lot talk about you bitches can never and you bitches and they do all that shit towards women. But everybody talk that shit. Yeah, everybody talks shit, but at the same time, But then sometimes you have to realize what brought that person to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because you had those people on Instagram comments that do the whole paragraph condemning somebody to hell for what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if you condemning hell, you putting a whole paragraph on that. I'm not supposed to say nothing. I'm not supposed to attack what you are, or your hair, or what your clothes look like, what your makeup look like, or what you got. This eye for eye. You can't say that a person is disrespectful for just existing. Well, but that's not my view. I can only speak for Cleishandra. I can only speak for Cle. Like I don't feel that it's disrespectful to just exist. Like I said, I would respect my friends because I would respect you and call you what you want to be called. I would treat you accordingly. I'm not going to mistreat you because I respect you and I love you. But at the end of the day, the true factual statement at the end of the day, period, was what she said. I don't care what Macy's Grace said. She was like, I don't care if you change your body parts, you're still not a woman. And that's a fact. That's just what it is. You can be considered, you can consider yourself a woman and all of that stuff. But the fact of the matter is God did not make you that way, or whoever the creator is, whoever you believe in, whatever it is, your body parts, scientifically, whatever you believe in, you are not a woman. However, I will respect you and call you what you want to be called. I'm not going to mistreat you. I'm not going to treat you any kind of way. But we as women, it can come across a lot of times because I have been noticed. I be listening sometimes. I see stuff, and it's derogatory towards us. How sometimes the trans community can discredit what we do and what we go through as actual women, and that's just my stance on it.
Well, I'm gonna say this: some things are better left unsaid, and I think this is one of those. Because because at the end of the day, I don't think that none of y'all have the amount of trans friends that I have and the people that I know. Right. You know what I'm saying? As far as it's some trans women, I can look at them and I've been around them and I'm close to them and I could never see them. Because what I'm going to say is I see a woman when I see what I'm saying is what made her say, I don't care how you change your body. I think obviously the person asked the question. Yeah. But okay. I feel like because I was like, that serves no purpose. Yeah. To say that.
Yeah, the man asked her. She was asked that question. And that's another thing. So because this is a little sensitive topic, but I want to go into something else to piggyback off of it. She was considered transphobe after that, And we know that cancel culture is such a prominent thing right now that you say any fucking thing that offends anybody. If it's a large group, you can get canceled.
Right.
So at what point how do y'all feel about like opinions just constantly like getting people canceled? Like I think
so they cancel her for the saying
they're trying to. I mean, Macy Gray ain't dropped nothing long ass motherfucking time. Ain't nobody heard her music.
Welcome to America, where this is not the land of the free.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Because it's just like that was her opinion. Yeah. She doesn't speak for all women, all black women. That's how she feels. So I just think cancel culture is just a piece of shit. And I just didn't like how people just made her made her transphobic because she said that doesn't make you want it.
That's her opinion, though.
Yeah, it's just an opinion. Like it's like an asshole. We all fucking.
It's so hard when she say shit, though. I would have been like, this bitch mean this to her heart. I don't care. I'd be so scared when she talk. I'd be like, this bitch mean this to her heart.
Yeah, but it was
but I would say as far as them canceling her, they should have gave her. If they cancel her, they should give her opportunities to kind of, clear it up like you just did. How you feel about it as far as that. But I feel like I'm just like Steve. People just deserve to be happy. I don't give a damn. You got studs here wanna be a man, but they still got the period. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? They still go through the women thing, but they don't want that shit. So who's to say, how we're born, we want it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, that's a whole different sensitive topic. I mean, I love everybody.
Shit. I mean, I love everybody too.
People do what they want to do. If you happy, I'm happy, girl. If you ain't
like it, I love it.
I'm the same way. Yeah. If you like it, I love it. I don't have no problem with it. I do not.
And I was raised around an uncle that was like this. Like, I'm talking about a little girl seeing it long before it was just like it is now.
Right.
So I knew about it. So and like that was like my favorite uncle.
And even though they don't go through the things that we go through, they still, I get what Steve's saying, it still doesn't define them as not being a fully woman, because in their head, they're screwed up. I wouldn't say they're screwed up like that, but they're born a man, but they want to be a woman. You see little kids going there and putting their mama heels on or a dress on because that's what they want to be. They can't help it that God didn't fully make them what they needed to be, So yeah,
I disagree. I just don't think God make no mistakes. For one, two. I also feel like it's all about how you were raised, because sometimes, we talk about the black family. The black family is becoming extinct. You know what I'm saying? Fathers are not in the home and stuff. And even though you have some guys, transgender or with guys, people who are a part of the LGBTQ. Okay, look, it's whoever's a part of the community. You know what I'm saying? Just from my experience, and because like I talked about this before, at cosmetology school, that's when I really was exposed to more gay women, gay men, trans people and stuff in this industry, and a lot of them have a lot of childhood trauma with the opposite sex, which would make them go, other ways. Whether if it was even something happened to them sexually or just a guy.
I'm here to debunk that myth.
Well, no, let me finish.
I knew I ain't nothing happened to me like that.
But what I'm saying is, they were either raised with a lot of women.
I had a mom and a dad.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you got sisters.
So you was just like, I
was raised with brothers. I have two brothers and I have a mama and a dad. So
it wasn't nothing that bothered on you.
So Steve, at what point did you know, like, okay?
I mean, fully came to myself when I was like 18. I didn't talk to no guys until I turned like 18, went to college.
But like even in grade school, did you?
I always knew. Yeah, I always knew that I was attracted to them, but I just never acted on it because of how I'm around brothers.
Yeah,
my mom ain't gonna like me. My dad, people. I was afraid about what everybody gonna say.
Right.
So I kind of suppressed it until I was 18. So that debunks that myth that a person got to be touched. Or a person don't have a dad in the house. I had both.
But
I wasn't touching. I had
it does do it too.
It
I feel like it does.
Yeah, I mean it does have something to do with it, but it's not.
I mean, that's
everybody's
situation too.
It's not everybody's situation.
That's equivalent to being a freak bitch too.
Yeah, they've been touched.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know some girls who they didn't necessarily go to the other side, but they just end up being some freaking motherfuckers because shit happened to them.
And that's why people shouldn't judge people.
Yeah,
because
I agree. You should.
I don't care what you do with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't raised with you. I don't know, and a lot of people don't talk about what they've been through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through a whole lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't know that. You know, so that's why I just don't judge because stuff like that can really, really, you know what I'm saying, cause you to, like you said, go on the other side or.
Or just do anything. Anything.
You looking for love because you didn't have that. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff.
Because I feel like I look for love in all the wrong places, and not because I didn't have a good father or a good mother or nothing like that. It's just that my family wasn't super duper affectionate.
See, you had mother and father. See, I didn't have a father. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and it was like. Every time it was time for him to come see me or something, he wouldn't show. Then as I grew up and then I get into a serious relationship and I love a person and then, they do something. So it was like, damn, men just, it just
fucked up anyway. Niggas ain't shit with hoes and tricks. I'm just playing.
I saw a post that said, fathers break their daughter's heart. It'd be the first man to break their daughter's heart.
Exactly. And that's totally true. And then, sometimes people be, and I don't care about talking about this, but people be always asking me about why, you gotta forgive your dad and stuff. But then, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I went through as a child and I told you, but then you come into my life and then you trying to put guys on me, how dare you?
Right.
If you know I've been through this, then but just because your partner know who your daughter, that's your daughter. Okay, man, give me her number, and you give him my number. Like, how dare you?
Oh, no.
Now, why would I want? So that's why I tell people when they be like, "Well, you gotta forgive." Don't tell me what to do, right? Because I don't have to keep letting a person in my life that's gonna keep hurting me. Yeah, I forgive them,
but I ain't fuck with you.
Why I gotta keep? Yeah, thank you. So why I gotta keep letting them in my life to hurt me?
Right,
and making me worse.
And in that sense, people sometimes think before they act. I'm pretty sure even if he didn't think, he'll fuck that person. And if he still thought, he's still a fuck that person. And I don't want you in my life. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Fuck forgiving and forget. Shit. The Bible said that. The white person said that.
There is nothing wrong with protecting your peace.
Thank you.
And removing people from your life. You know what I'm saying?
You told him what you want. You need to respect.
So, yeah, and it's like I told him everything that happened to me as a child. And it was like he was listening. And then years later, when I let you back in my life, men calling my phone because you done gave him my number, and or you bringing men up to the shop. You know what I'm saying? No, hell no. Baby.
He's kind of screwed up.
Yeah.
Do you think they were good men though?
No, that my dad ain't no good man. So shit. You see what I'm saying?
I was thinking maybe you're trying to pretend like you gonna a good kid.
No. Because if they call and saying, "Can I eat your pussy for $100?" That ain't no good kid.
No.
That to me, that's like a pimp hoe type shit. You know what I'm saying? So did you give him my number for some money? You know what I'm saying? Like did the man give you some money and you gave him? It's like you selling me out.
Yeah.
Damn. So and then
you never know what people go through, and those type of things can affect us.
And it does.
So this is a question I want to pose, because I'm in a situation right now, and it's whether or not you want to choose your own happiness over other people's, and so that kind of, I guess it kind of can relate, because it's like, how important is how selfish are you when it comes to your own happiness? Because I feel like I try to be selfless, and so let me just give an example. So let's just say you're dating a guy, and y'all dating, and let's just say that he's in a situation with somebody else or whatever, but say they just dating too. They not in a relationship. They date too, but this other person is invested in him. See, I'm an empath to the point that I'll be like, pick her, because I know how it feels to have my heart broken when somebody picks somebody else over me. Right. So I'm thinking about the other woman, like,
if I'm an option, don't choose.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the other woman, like, don't break her heart to be with me. Right. Even though you might feel like you'll be happier with me.
No, because they can apply to you. If you feel that person too, you ain't gonna say that.
But that's what I'm saying.
She's selfless, and she care about the other girl more than she do herself.
But at the end of the day, it's like sometimes I be thinking to myself, like, somebody gonna get hurt regardless. Right. Whether, because if he did, because even if he chooses the other woman,
he gonna find somebody else.
Even if he doesn't, even if he chooses her, I'm still gonna be hurt. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, I really wanted this or whatever, but it's kind of like, at what point do you not give a fuck whether or not the other one's fucking happy? Whether it's, the situation, the scenario I just gave, or whether or not, let's say you in a relationship with somebody, you're no longer happy in this situation, you don't want that person anymore, but for you to be happy, you have to leave. But then when you leave, that's going to make that other person hurt. So at what point do y'all feel like it's okay to just be selfish and choose myself and my happiness? Like, on a scale, I say from 1 to 10, like, how important is your own happiness?
10
out of 10. Because I just know, I feel like mine ain't a 10. Because I'm such a, I guess now in my life, I have figured out that I do not want to hurt people's feelings. Like, because I admit hurt so much, so I be like, damn, I want to hurt nobody's feelings. Right. I don't want to hurt nobody's fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be the cause of somebody else's feelings being hurt.
Do you want to be the punching bag forever?
Exactly. No. That's what I was just going to say. I was like that too though, and I recently just changed over. I ain't been as hard as I am now. Not just like I am now. Now I say anything, I don't care, because I've let a lot of people say things and do things to me, and I be going home like, why did I let them? And it bothered me. Like, why did I let her say that to me and not say nothing back? Yeah. Why did I let him do this and not say no? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
That's
and then you get tired. When you get tired enough,
I done did that before.
Yeah, you let a man do something.
I ever fucking nigga, y'all didn't really want to fuck him, but y'all just did it because.
No.
I done did that before. I done did that. I ain't neither. I done did that before.
I plead the field.
I done did that before.
I've never did that before. Nah.
I done been in a hard situation before where I didn't really want to do something, and I did it because I guess some of it was like I didn't want him to feel no type of way, because this particular guy in particular, like, he had taken me out, we had been dating, and I liked him, but I just was not physically attracted to him. But I liked him as a person, so I felt like, as we keep dating, then maybe that will develop. Mm-hmm. So when he was ready, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, damn, like, I don't want to be the bitch and hurt his feelings because he's such a nice guy.
I ain't ready. He was left at that.
Yeah. I mean,
them good words would have made all the difference.
I think honesty for me is something that's better than somebody to string me along.
And then it's even better for you.
How they really feel.
It is how it is
for me, I can move on from it. Yeah. I can say, okay, well, this is how she feels. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give her space, or I'm gonna have to do whatever I'm gonna do. Yeah. That makes him focus on his happiness.
Right, because he thought you liked him when you went and gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say I ain't ready yet,
I liked him, but I wasn't physically attracted. And then after we ended up doing it, it became, easier to proceed.
But you know what? I feel like we don't like people until we see them with somebody else. So it's like it's one of those situations where you didn't want him, but as soon as he gets somebody else and move on, I should have went, and then you want to get back.
I can see that.
I feel like that's selfish for people to do too.
It is. I never did back though, but
you didn't want me when you want me. I want you.
But this is the thing. If I was like that, I would not even say nothing. I just have to be
hurt.
To deal with that on my own. So guess what? I lost out. Yeah. I didn't want him. Now that
and you got hope that he don't want to
so now I don't call and I don't text and I don't be like, oh, I'm sorry, and I don't try to disturb their relationship. I just be like, I just look at it from.
Cause I done been in that situation where you see a nigga like you wasn't feeling the nigga, then he get a bitch. Then he like taking the bitch on trips, like doing like that. You like, damn, I could have been that bitch, but I ain't even fuck with him like this.
Yeah. You know everything look better when you can't get him.
Because it was like that with, y'all know who had passed away and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like that with him. It was like even before when he was started talking to this a girl. I was like, on Facebook they was doing stuff. I was like, like.
But you know what?
He's doing things for her. And they have going on trips with the kids, and I'm like,
that's what ego and pride kicks in.
Oh, go ahead.
But that's when ego and pride kicks in. And sometimes I will look at the situation like, damn, that could have been me. But then I am a realist, and I think that now, especially at my age, like, I do a lot of self-reflecting. I check myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, girl, you don't even want that nigga for real. You just jealous. You hating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You sitting with that bitch and you thinking this could have been you because you still single, you ain't got nobody. But you don't want that nigga. You know, but I think about that for a split second. Other than that,
so you would tell yourself off, but won't tell nobody else off.
So I tell you know what? Because I try to, because I'm
you hard on yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you why I say, because for so many years I have always tried to change other people's mind about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Until you realize you can't control nobody but you. You know what I'm saying? I can control how you think about me. I can control how you view me. Right. Or none of that, how you treat me. I can't control it. I can tell you what I want. I can tell you how to treat me. I can tell you how good of a person I am and how I should receive this. But guess what? I can't do nothing about that. You have to see. And people, and I have recently gotten to that because we talked about the last week, dropping friends. Those friendships that I lost were the reason why I can self-reflect. Like even just, before the camera was rolling, me and Tay had a little disagreement, but it wasn't that I don't love Tay and that's not my girl. It's just like I tell people how I feel now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like this, I don't like that, and then you can take it how you want to take it, and you can do what you want to do with it, or whatever, because I can only control me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I can't control nobody else. So at this point now, like, yeah, I tell myself, like, you wrong as fuck for that. Nah, you shouldn't have did that shit. Why the fuck you do that shit? Or, girl, you don't like that nigga for real. Or, blase. Like, I do that now. I didn't always do that.
But with that question that Tay just asked you, like, when we tell you how somebody make us feel, you save them, bitch. You save everybody. But we can tell you, like, this is what I mean.
They can have me saving niggas.
You be saving niggas, bitches.
I do not be saving. I
boys, girl.
Yeah. I give perspective. That's what I do. I do not save nobody. I give perspective because that's what has helped me to be able to take accountability for Cleishandra is that I am able to now be able to look at the whole situation and be understanding. I wasn't always understanding. I wasn't always a good listener. I'm like that now because the bitch been about, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been in a relationship. I've had to deal with clients. You deal with so many relationships and friendships. We in the shop together. I like to understand people before I react. So that's why y'all be like, you saving that nigga, you saving. No, I'm getting perspective. Maybe he was thinking this. Maybe she was thinking that. Maybe she thought this. I'm gonna be saving because half the time I be agree with y'all motherfucking ass, but I just be like, well, maybe it was this. And I'll probably be wrong, but I'm gonna always give perspective. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go back to what y'all was talking about when you said when the guy was like, the guy be taking the girl out, doing this, doing that, and the other. Mm-hmm. You have to think about it too. You have to put this in perspective. Just because he didn't do that with you, that person probably brought that out of him. That's probably something that you probably was waiting on him to do that. And probably told him.
No, but you know who I'm talking about. No, it wasn't that he wouldn't do it with me.
I'm saying you didn't bring that out of him. You didn't.
I brought it way out of him. Then he would have ever what he did for her. He'd have probably did 10 times for me. Everybody know that. Even his baby mama. When she left me a long message and was like, he loved the shit out of you. But I I just could. I wasn't attractive, and you know what I'm saying. And I didn't want to be selfish. You know what I'm saying. And I wanted him to be with somebody that. Truly, because I heard about him, and I really did. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? It was none that he wouldn't do for me. None, and that's why I'm like, now you won't mess.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is sometimes when a man can get with another woman, this other woman, she is vocal about what she wants, this is something that she does, and he just comes a part of her life. You know what I'm saying? Right. And now he's doing it because that's something she's been doing. So you can't always determine how a man felt about you versus what how he feel about other woman because of what he's doing for her or what they're doing together. Because that's something that she probably already was doing, and he just became part of his life, a part of her life.
And I do believe that men are different in relationships,
right?
Different according to the
they are.
We're different. You know what I'm saying? Think about our past relationships before. I've been different with every nigga that I don't fucking with. Now that's why now I pride myself now. Like I'm a fucking catch now because I done been through shit with niggas. I done dated. I done learned shit and stuff. So I would probably be a good ass girlfriend or wife to a motherfucker now. Yeah. Now you had to call me about 10 years ago, maybe not. But I do think that, you know what I'm saying, people are different in different relationships.
Yeah, they are.
People bring out different parts. Like you can meet a man tomorrow, and this man, he's into investment banking, and he's into going on roller coasters, going international trips, going on beach. You're gonna be a part of that. But you're gonna be looking at what that other man used. He was like, oh, but we ain't never went to Turkey Caicos. We ain't never went to Paris. Well, this man was already going to Paris. This is something that he's doing. Right. So you just became part of his life. So he just used something.
Right.
So you have to take account of that. Like you can't always expect a person to be how they is with you with somebody else that they were with, because they probably, like I said, that person probably was already doing stuff like that or introducing them to that.
Yeah. So. Well, you guys, I think that this was a bomb-ass conversation. Yes. We got a little serious today. We got a little serious today. I think this was such a good conversation. Steve gonna always bring the topics back.
Yes, baby.
We was not prepared.
He's gonna always bring the opposition.
And this is why
I never agree with nobody.
This is why Steve is our forever +1. And we are forever a party of fucking 4+1.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the podcast Party of 4.
She ain't on today.